Greetings, YouTubians, and welcome back to Wayne Sharp World, where we are in the midst of another Monday, meaning you know what time it is, Wayne Sharp Week, highlighting the knives that will be in my pocket for the next 5 or 6 days. This is also the first day of the installment series of the 2021 Wayne Sharp World Knife of the Year Awards. Now, this installment for the first price category, I'm going to upload that one later today. In terms of upload times for all of the Knife of the Year uploads, they're going to be, they may vary from day to day, guys. I've got a really busy week ahead of me, but there will be one video each day, Monday through Saturday. The first 5 containing the price categories, top 3 for each of those, and then Saturday we'll have the overall, regardless of the price, Knife of the Year for 2021. I'm really looking forward to getting all that content out to you guys. But before I start uploading those, let's take a look at what's going to be in my pocket this week. And this may very well be my favorite carry of the year. I got a couple new ones here. One that I haven't even reviewed yet that you guys are going to see here in a second, and I will have a review of it later. But just a really good solid carry this week that I'm going to really enjoy. I also want to give a quick shout out to all my sponsors up here: DLT Trading, Mojave Outdoor, and White Mountain Knives. It's because of these guys up here that I can do what I do on such a regular basis, and I really appreciate their support of this channel. Always look at giving these retailers your guys' business first, because they mean a lot to me in this channel, and I'm sure a lot of you guys really love at least one, if not all of these retailers as well, because great people and great retailers. Now, let's get right into it. Let's take a look at the first knife, and this one here is the Kizer Towser K. There's no arguing that this is one of the best Kizers ever made, in my opinion. You saw it on my top 10 list, and you see it here, and it is just a fantastic carry. A nice, full-size knife that's going to fill any hand and has a blade that is ready to work with a nice edge, super smooth action on thumb studs. Just, you know, when I first got this knife, I wasn't in love with the ergos because of so much curve right here in the handle. I kind of felt it gave a little awkward space for my index finger and middle finger to space apart when I'm grabbing it. But I choke up a little more right here, and this is a perfect grip for me. I really love this position of the knife in my hand. This also feels pretty good, but I'm a little too far away from the blade. This just feels fantastic, and it's easy to transition into from opening the blade to going right into the grip. It just feels so good. Really love this clip. I am a fan of the rich light material. I really do like it. I like the milling pattern here. I wasn't too sure about it at first. I wasn't really raving about it, but I didn't want to say too much about it because I was still kind of getting a feel for it. But I like this kind of the symmetry that it brings to the handle. It's not stuff up here and plain down here or certain lines and weird spots. Covers the full handle, and it just looks really good. It's a nice, clean design that just looks fantastic. And this blade up here, every time I look at this blade, I think I appreciate it just a little more because I love how they kept that thumb stud back completely out of the cutting path. Love this tip up here, how it gets thin, but not too thin. Just a really, really good blade and a good manageable steel in 154 cm that's easy to sharpen back up to pretty much a razor's edge. If you're any good at stropping or sharpening, even me, who I always admit I'm not the best, 154 cm is a great steel to practice on. Very enjoyable. Just a great knife, the Kizer Towser K. Next up, we have another new knife, and this one kind of had me from the unboxing. This is the Kivist Bladeworks. I first reviewed this knife, I nailed the name, and I was like, all right, I got it. No one's gonna try and correct me, and then I just did this little botched presentation. Kivist Bladeworks Variant PE. PE stands for Production Edition. But this is just a fantastic little blade in 14C, 28N, a nice, classy, clean overall design that, in my opinion, makes an excellent gentleman's carry. If you're not someone that likes G10 on a gentleman's carry, if you prefer like wood or carbon fiber, I get that, but this is still an excellent like casual office carry that you can carry anywhere. And it almost, like, this might sound stupid, but it just looks like a cool, friendly knife. You know, it doesn't have that kind of that tactical microtech look, or, you know, a big stabby Tonto blade, whatever. It's just a very nice EDC knife. And to some people that means nothing. To other people that means a lot. To me, I'm kind of in the middle. I like to be classy with my knives sometimes, and other times I just don't care. But regardless, you have it with this, and you have a very smooth, glassy action. Some people don't like it when I use the term glassy, but to me, this one just kind of feels glassy. I think everyone has different interpretations of what certain verbiages when it comes to describing knife action means. To me, I kind of think glassy when I think of this knife. So I think a lot of it has to do with the thwack. I feel like the detent is set in glass, and when you kick the blade out, it's just a very, very glassy, crisp thwack. It's hard to describe. I think that's the best way I could describe it to you guys. But this design is just killer. The aesthetics of a knife mean a lot to me, and this one is one that I just fell in love with from the beginning, and liked it so much I had to reach out to Jacob at Qvist Bladeworks and say, hey Jacob, could you please send this over to me? I'd like to check it out. He was nice enough to do so, and I liked it so much I just bought it from him because I didn't want to send it back. That's the Qvist Bladeworks Variant PE. I'm almost positive he still has some in stock, but these guys are going quick. So if you're interested in this for 69 bucks, I think it's a great value and a great knife. One that I would recommend to anyone all day. Qvist Bladeworks Variant PE. Next up, this is one that you guys have not seen on the channel at all yet, but it's one that everyone has been telling me you gotta try. If you like Kizers, if you like that Kizer Towser K action, you gotta try this one. So I did, and yeah, you're right. This is the Kizer Lan, and this is, I'm not gonna say too much about it, because I actually have some, I have some criticism to give it, but I also think it's a great knife. The action is very, very smooth. It has a very unique feel on deployment, one that I will go over in my review of this knife, and I'm going to try and push this one out a little quicker for you guys. I'm hoping to have the review out probably this coming weekend, Saturday or Sunday. I'll post that one up for you guys because I know it's one that there's been a lot of talk about. And to me, there's a lot of good, but there's also some significant improvements that can be made to this knife. So I look forward to, I don't try and broadcast my reviews before I get them out to you guys. I kind of like to surprise you with them. But this is one, when I got it out of the box yesterday, I had to carry it this week. I still sometimes carry other knives on the DL that I'm reviewing that I don't tell you guys about. But this is one that I figured, you know what, I'm just gonna put it out there because it's a great design, great action. Well, I'll touch on everything in detail, like I said, during the review, but I have a decent amount of improvements that I'd like to suggest for this knife that I think could make it one of the best Kizers ever. As it is, though, it's going very well so far, and I will update you guys fully on my full review of this knife probably coming, I would say almost certainly this coming weekend. So I look forward to bringing that to you guys. And yeah, the Kizer Lan. Next up, I've got one that was in my Knife of the Year awards last year, and I haven't carried a lot recently, and it's still one of my favorite knives. That's the Quiet Carry Waypoint, because it is still just it is one of my perfect EDCs. It really is. It is corrosion resistant to the absolute max. It is razor sharp. It is smooth. It's a clean design. It's a very quiet carry with that deep carry clip. It's just about everything I look for in a knife, and it's just still one of my favorites. Won't be going anywhere anytime soon. This may be one of the knives for the rest of my life. There'll never be just one, but if there was a group of probably 10, this would definitely be one. Just an excellent knife. I'm sure you can still get these. I haven't looked at Quiet Carry's website in quite a while. This is the only Quiet Carry I own. I would like to change that and add one more to the collection, but just don't quite have the money to do that yet. It's holiday season, and that's can be an expensive season, but regardless, I got a lot of knives, so not always looking to add a $300+ knife to the collection, but this was one I was happy to add, and one that's going to stay probably forever. That Vanex steel is fantastic. The ergos are great. Ergos are really, really great. Action on washers is absolutely perfect. I don't think you can get better action with a knife running on washers. This is right up there with the all-time greatest ones that I've ever experienced in terms of washer action for me. Middle finger flicks like a dream, and everything about it is just great. The Quiet Carry Waypoint. Now, next up and last up, this is one I've had for a while, and this is my project knife that I haven't done anything to yet, but I want to mod this knife. This is the Custom Knife Factory MKAD Meta, and this knife here, in my opinion, is in dire need of thumb studs. Custom Knife Factory did a great job on this design. I actually had an issue with the first sample of it I got, so they were awesome. Customer service took it right back from me in a heartbeat, replaced it, took care of the issue I had. So excellent customer service from Custom Knife Factory. But right here, right where that circle is, right in the middle there, I want to put a thumb stud that I think would be perfect for this knife, because you already have a very minimal flipper tab. Not my favorite flipper tab in the world, but it does work very well. But I think some dual lug thumb studs on each side of this blade right here would make this a fidget beast, because the flipping action is very good. But yeah, it's definitely needing thumb studs. And I'd also like to do some type of custom work to these titanium scales, but I don't know what yet. I still have so many ideas going through my head, and I've got so much other stuff going on, and just haven't had time to actually fulfill anything on it. But this is just a fantastic knife with a laser beam for a blade that comes down to a ridiculously thin edge. I want to say like 12 or 13 thousandths is what I had originally. So screaming sharp blade, excellent point with just enough tip. It walks a fine line of dainty and not too dainty, but it's an excellent tip, excellent blade in general with a nice amount of belly to work with. Really good ergos, excellent pocket clip that makes the ergos extra smooth, so there's no hot spots anywhere on the knife, and just great action. This is one that when I close it, I don't ever just move the frame lock or the lock bar out of the way and let the blade come down, because this guy will bite you, and it's bitten me before. So I kind of just do that number, get my thumb out of the way and close it like that, because this guy means business. So there you go, guys. The Custom Knife Factory MKAD Meta, the Quiet Carry Waypoint, the Kizer Lan with a full review coming soon, the Qvist Bladeworks Variant PE, and the Kizer Towser K. There's my rotation for the week. Hope you guys enjoy this one. As always, be sure to let me know what you're carrying in your pockets this week. I always look forward to that. Hope you guys have a fantastic week, and until the next one, I'm out.